Hello, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the rest of September. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. It is the end of eclipse season, and I am doing this really late at night to make sure that you get your videos before the actual eclipse. That's why you see this wonderful lighting. This is going to be a time, okay? So remember last week we had that concentrated compressed area of like just 2-3 days of those aspects. Same thing's happening here. All right. You see it's loaded up at the front. No aspects after. Well, there's something happening in the last day of September, which we will talk about. But I want you to know that this is going to be a life-changing week. All right. Everything changes from this point forward. It's just I'm looking at what's going on for y'all. And it starts Sunday, September 21st. All right. Everything changes. Everything changes. This is a new moon, partial solar eclipse in Virgo, 29 degrees around 4 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. If you want to convert that to wherever you live in the world, eclipses are game changers. Remember, they're 100 times the power of a normal, typical new moon, okay? And they bring enormous change to put you on the path that you need to be on, whether you like it or not. That's how eclipses work. I'm not saying that. That's how eclipses work. And it's part of a 6-month cycle. So remember, it's a process. Yeah. It really depends on your chart. Some of y'all are going to feel it on the day. You're going to have job changes like that. Some of y'all are going to have changes in your everyday activities. Okay. Some of it's going to be gradual. It's going to be gradual. Now, this is one of the most loaded and one of the most complex eclipses that I've seen in years. And I'm going to show you something here. There's what's happening with just the 4 events here. They all have something in common, okay? But let's talk about this eclipse. It is complex. So I'm breaking it down in bullet points. Number 1, 29 degrees, okay? That's a critical degree, the energetic degree. It's a culmination. It's a graduation. Yeah. Things are ending, coming to the end, the South Node in Virgo, right? So something has got to go for something new to come in. And therein lies the irony. It's a new moon solar eclipse for something fresh and new, this new chapter, this new door opening for you, something waiting to be born. This is like a rebirth. Okay. A death and rebirth, right? And I'll explain that later. But you are going to see change because this is in your 6th house. So 6th house is, like I said, it's your daily routines, it's your lifestyle, it's work-related matters. And if you're an Aries sun, it might not, remember, I've explained that sometimes it's circumstantial people in your life. So it could be maybe like, your favorite colleague that's leaving the office or something like that. But that greatly affects your world, right? Here's the other thing. Number 2, okay? You already got a glimpse of what may be possible with a new moon in Virgo that happened August 22nd at 0 degrees. 0 degrees is a reset point. So there's been something building up for you since that time a month ago, with your daily routines. And health matters. Remember, the 6th house is also health. So health, physical health. You have Chiron in your sign. There can be some, even like emotional health. But just know that there is going to be something here where, again, out with the old, in with the new. I've been saying that for weeks and for months. Now, number 3. Where are we? Where is number 3? This big light is just what? You can see everything. Number 3, Saturn. Oh, yeah, this is a big one. Okay, so Saturn, who is life lessons, back in Pisces. And so we know that as of September 1st, Saturn retrograded back into Pisces. And therefore, the sun and moon, this eclipse, will be opposite Saturn in Pisces at 29 degrees. Saturn's here. He's in full cargo gear. He is the authority. And he is going to make you go through change his way. That's just how it works. It's an opposition. There may be some not seeing eye to eye here. Yeah. And Saturn being the authority, it could be a father. It could be your father figure. It could be a boss. Every Aries is different. You're going to have different experiences. Okay. So You're definitely going to have new responsibilities. So Saturn, just remember, is karma. There's eclipse on the karmic node of fate. So there's a karmic lesson for you to learn. If you pass Saturn's test, he rewards you. This one requires discipline, though. Okay? That's Saturn's rules. All right? So just know that you may feel a little bit, Saturn is restriction, right? You experience Saturn in your sign over the entire summer. So you get a little bit of a breather, but Saturn's in Pisces. This is going to be very spiritual for you and maybe even a little bit nebulous, but again, it's a little bit more health focused, this eclipse for you. Okay? Your 6th and your 12th activated. And when I say health focus, like we're even mental health, like, are you like, let's try not to, this can be burnout is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So don't overdo it. Now 4, you have to release, you have to let go of old patterns, habits, systems, structures, your BlackBerry, everything, we got to go. What doesn't serve you well anymore? What doesn't serve a purpose for you anymore? Okay. Did you get rid of your Friendster profile? That's what I'm saying. Things have got to go. You can't take everything with you. It's a new moon solar eclipse on the South Node and other things I'm about to tell you. All right. So just keep that in mind. The other thing is it's an eclipse on the South Node in Virgo. Saturn is at 29 degrees. That is the very last degree of the very last sign. So once again, endings for your new beginning. And don't forget the prison portal, right? That rare grand trine, that's still active for years. We're going to talk about that because you're going to feel it a lot. Okay. Now, the other, and remember, that's out with the old, in with the new. It's building this brand new era. It's a alignment. It's a number of alignments that nobody on this planet has ever experienced. Now, 5. Remember what I said last week, okay? Every single planet other than Jupiter, every single one between 29 and 2 degrees, okay? And they're all either sitting on or passing through the 0 degree point, the point of reset, yeah? Are you picking up the pattern here? Okay? Listen, Aries, you're on your path to enlightenment, on your karmic journey for this rocket ship of a new you. You are going to go through enormous change. And you're seeing that happen already. And all you have to do is take inspired action. But every day, take inspired action every day. In order to do that, you have to care about the direction where you want to go, right? And you have to think about how you're going to contribute to the collective. That's the great thing about this eclipse for you. It's in Virgo. Virgo is all about service to others. Virgo is like hospitality, right? But to be of service to others, it starts with you and that care and self-love. All right. So be kind to yourself around this time because it is crunch time. All right. And I told you the South Node in Virgo, those lower expressions of Virgo, they may come out. And that would be perfectionist energy, being hard on yourself, being self-critical, hypercritical. So please be kind to yourself. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, Nick, or for your friend, all the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, they're going to feel this the most. If you know your natal chart, if you know your birth chart, if you have any planets, and it doesn't matter which ones, if you have any planets between 27 to 1 degree in Virgo or Pisces, because remember, it's opposite Saturn. Therefore, if you have any planets there in Pisces or Virgo, they will be conjuncting those planets. You would feel it the most. Okay? And I've talked about this in my first astro charting course, right? Going through the charts. I've talked about the eclipses, the new moons, the full moons that you can track for yourself, the ones that are going to have the most impact on you every year, okay? So take a look at that's on the Great Awakener. Thank you so much for all y'all who have signed up so far. Hey, that's the other thing. Yeah, the sale, the founding member sale is still going strong. It's still on for the rest of the month. There you go. There you go. Y'all asked, I delivered. All right. So that's up to 75% off. Okay. Less than 40 cents a day. We're bringing on a hypnotherapist. You get free hypnotherapy, free astrology classes. Anyway, what I was going to say is I was going to give you, just as reference, this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo at 29 degrees. Yeah. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a Gemini rising. I'm a Virgo moon at 29 degrees, meaning this eclipse is happening literally on top of my moon, opposite Saturn. I've had Saturn opposite my moon for some time, by the way. But, so I'll let you know how it goes. Now, literally 12 hours later, Monday, September 22nd, Mars will move into Scorpio. Aries, I hope you know that Mars, you share Mars, right? He's your ruler, but he's also Scorpio's ruler too, okay? That happens. It's like Saturn. Saturn rules also, Capricorn, but also Aquarius. Yeah. Now, Mars moving into Scorpio is a big FD, okay, for you. You have no idea how much your life is about to change. Because I already told you 6 reasons why this is one of the biggest eclipses in terms of a reset or a rebirth. You have Mars moving into Scorpio until November 4th. Mars ruling Scorpio, this is his home, right? He hasn't been here for 2 years. You have not experienced this since 2023. There's a mariachi band waiting for his arrival. It's like Homer coming home from the Odyssey or whatever. So buckle up because this is intense. Because, and in a good way, yeah, you're Aries. Of course you can handle this. You can handle Mars and Scorpio, but Mars and Scorpio, that's your 8th house. So Mars, as you know, is ambition. It's passion. It's determination. You're going to feel that cranked up to a whole other level. Okay? Because Mars and Scorpio rules your 8th house. And the 8th house, we're speaking about relationships, intimacy, a depth to intimacy, investments, and gaining power as part of your transformation. Remember, that's what you're going to be going through with Mars and Scorpio. Okay? Mars and Scorpio is death and rebirth. What did I just say about the new moon solar eclipse and Virgo? That's happening for you, right? So this is going to be a big time for you. And you're really, really, really going to feel driven like you haven't. It's almost like you've tried the expensive gas for your car for the first time. You get what I'm saying. Here's the other thing. This can get really deep. It can get really powerful. It can get really intense. So just be mindful of that. Mars and Scorpio can be a little Arya Stark. All right. So very no mercy. Likes to hold on to grudges. So just use Mars and Scorpio wisely because this is all part of your transformation, you building relationships, and you making a lot of money thinking about your future in terms of investments. Now, literally 12 hours after that, around 3 p.m., we move into Libra season. Welcome to the Equinox. Happy fall, Aries, and happy spring if you are in the southern hemisphere. There's the Equinox, equal day and night, hence equinox, right? Equilibrium, hence Libra, right? Balance. Focus on balance. That's what you're going to have. Emotional, spiritual, even moral, ethical. It's Libra energy. Yep. So here's the thing. Libra's your opposite sign. What does this mean? Huge focus on partnerships, relationships, one-on-one relationships. Can be love, can be career, contracts, marriage, all of that. Okay? That's where your emphasis is going to be. Overlapping with Mars and Scorpio, which is deepening relationships. This is going to be a big time for you. Okay, Aries, just let you know, you're going to see a huge shift in partnerships and relationships and even peace and harmony, everything that Libra represents. Okay, but with intensity with Mars and Scorpio. So whatever you desire, go for it. Just don't hold onto grudges, okay? Libra is all about diplomacy and justice. You're going to feel that in your life as well. But just bear this in mind, because you see Mars will square Pluto. And Mars, he's home, right? He's having fun. He's putting on the good cologne, ready to go out. He's had 3 Zimas. He's about to go meet Pluto. And it's not going to go well. So you see, in the beginning, there's a lot happening, okay? It's a lot. Now, this is the kicker. And there's about 3 more kickers for you. Equinox has always represented the beginning and end of a harvest. And we're talking ancient times, right? Everything is cyclical. And this is happening at the time Mars is in Scorpio. As I explained, that is death and rebirth, okay? So you have all the planets other than Jupiter at that 0-degree point for a reset that's happening right now. This eclipse, a new moon solar eclipse on the south node at 29 degrees, an ending and a beginning at the same time. The equinox representing endings and beginnings happening at the same time. And Mars in Scorpio representing death and rebirth. For you particularly, Aries, all at the same time. Your life is changing. Yeah, I mentioned that yet? So and this has all happened within 24 hours of each other, each 12 hours apart. I hope you caught that earlier, okay? And yeah, remember I kept saying 12 hours later, 12 hours later. And remember, equinox, equal day, equal night, 12 hours each. You pick up the pattern, right? Of 12. Completion, cosmic order, cycles. This truly is a one-of-a-kind reset, rebirth moment. So please, FTLOG. Don't resist change. You're meant to change. Everything here is saying you have to change. Out with the old, in with the new. You get to create your reality. All right? So make this one count. Make it count. Stay true to your authentic self. Now, Tuesday, September 23rd, the sun opposite Neptune in your sign. So, and remember, the sun is still opposite Saturn. Yeah. And remember, these oppositions, you're going to feel it days before, days after. It's just less stronger. Weaker. It's weaker than it was at its perfection, but it's still strong. And then the sun is going to trine Uranus and Pluto. This is amazing. Okay. So sun opposite Neptune. Let's start with that. You being real with yourself. Easy peasy. That's what it is when it comes to relationships. Okay. That's all. That's it. You got Neptune in your sign at 0 degrees. Yeah. You're going through some partnership, relationship, contracts. And it doesn't, again, it can be love. It can be career. It could be, a relationship with, the person that serves you ice cream every morning before your jog. Okay. It's wherever you're putting that energy. Just know it's okay to surrender things at this point. You've got to make that surrender. There's going to be that's the thing. Saturn he's going to test you, and he's going to make things harder the further you go without releasing things. That's just what's happening right now. And Neptune opposite the sun. That's big. Remember, the sun is in Libra, your opposite sign. Neptune's in your sign. So what does this mean? Again, are you being real with yourself about a relationship, a partnership, marriage, contract? Those are questions that may come up. Neptune, as you know, is retrograde in your sign, can be illusion, deception, fantasy. Yeah. Is this real energy? Wishful thinking, misinformation. So that's happening in your sign, Aries. So just be very honest with yourself. Tap into your spiritual warrior. Yeah. Saturn's still conjuncting Neptune. Okay. Now, the sun, trine Uranus and Gemini and Pluto and Aquarius. Amazing. Okay. You have a grand air trine. But just like last week, that was Mercury. This time it's the sun. Amazing. This life force energy, the solar sun. Yeah. Literally, again, 24 hours exact after the equinox. So with Uranus and Pluto in play here, this is what I've been trying to tell you. You're going to have a really big moment. Okay. This is all about breakthrough. Okay. It's all air signs, mental breakthrough, but also communication. Pluto in Aquarius is in your 11th, right? So there is going to be, you are going to be social. Even if you don't want to be, if you're like, no, I want a day off and I don't, I'm going to turn off my phone. People are going to find ways to contact you. That's what I'm saying. You've got Pluto in the 11th, right? So that's your support system, benefactors, allies, friendships, your squad, communities, your Facebook group, whatever it is. But here's the thing. It's also your future hopes, which is long-term goals and dreams. And so around this time, it is pretty obvious when we look at what's happening for Aries. It's the people that you know that's going to get you far. So please use this time to network, okay? It's, Uranus trine Pluto is innovation. It's revolution. It's evolution. It's transformation. It's communication. So don't forget, what did I say last week? Pluto is out of bounds. He's outside his ecliptic, which is rare. It's not going to happen again for thousands of years, but it just means Pluto, the planet of transformation and power and destruction, is a little wild. It's like a kid with a bottle of ketchup, unsupervised. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You could be really, really amplified around this time with the eclipse and Mars and Scorpio alone. All right. But now you have Pluto trine Uranus, Uranus and Gemini in your third house, the house of communication. So you see how you're gonna be in contact with people. And so use this moment to have your breakthroughs. You never know who can open doors for you. You have the sun in Libra. So remember, that's contracts. And it's also marriage and love and relationships and partnerships. It can be business. But the one thing I want to highlight for you, Uranus trine Pluto, it's part of the prison portal, right? And so this is kind of a big deal because this right now is the closest that they'll be this year. This is the closest that they've been too. So it may seem like that's like background, like behind the scenes action. No, it's like main characters. Okay? Keep that in mind. This is big. It's potent. And they're both representing breakthroughs. And again, Uranus and Gemini, your third house of the mind. So again, you're going to have this like big, brilliant idea. Yeah. But also third house is communication. It's advertising, marketing, PR. It's building your brand. It's, travel as well. A lot of family energy too. All right. So use this moment. It's going to be really amazing. And the other thing that I was going to say is that Uranus, remember, wants you to think outside the box. Uranus wants you to expand your consciousness and shake up routines. Okay. Now, Wednesday, September 24th, this is it. Here we are. This is the day. Mars is going to square Pluto. And the reason why, and that's happening at 1 degree, and the reason why, which is, it's strong, because it's also tangled up with Uranus trine Pluto. Therefore, your breakthroughs that you're going to have, you might have to break some things down to have that breakthrough. Okay? Now, the reason why this is so strong, Mars squared Pluto is just notoriously known as, out of the gazillion aspects in astrology, top 10, right? Top 10, challenging. And it's like ghost pepper. It has a kick to it. It's the two most powerful planets. You've got Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house, and then you've got Mars and Scorpio in your 8th. There may be something here with your future. There may be something here with friendships or groups. There may be even social media. There also may be something here as part of your transformation. You may not be seeing eye to eye with someone, or you could have a moment where there's a lot of energy building up right now. Okay. So the reason why I'm harping on this is because what are the chances the moon will be in Scorpio too? And if you're a subscriber, you know I've talked about the moon in Scorpio. It already has a kick to it. It has intensity. So this is the moon conjuncting Mars, square Pluto in Aquarius. So you're going to feel emotionally amped up. Mars is a warrior god. Pluto is the ruler of the underworld. They could sell tickets for this show. They're about to West Side Story. And remember, Pluto's out of bounds. He's a little wild. So what does this mean for you? It means that with the fact that you have Mars in Scorpio in your 8th, there's a lot of things. The main thing is that there may be some power struggles, some power trips. You may have, there's like emotional extremity here. There can be a little bit of like manipulation. You might feel a little bit of a squeeze. And the biggest thing of all, there may be you or someone you know, like a friend or a partner or a lover or a business partner or banker. It's your 8th house. There may be someone you know who confesses something, or it might be you, because Pluto goes really deep. Remember, ruler of the underworld, so he goes really deep beneath the surface, very Mulder, very Scully. But Pluto's also very psychological, so really, really, really deep. You may be processing some things, and it's all about revelations. And what's happening here is that Mars, who's aggressive, is poking the bear. So again, there can be some built up energy coming out, as in secrets, things that you may have been holding in for a long time. It's the 8th house. The 8th house goes really deep. So remember, Arya Stark, we want to avoid. You want to be more like Jon Snow or his buddy who also lived, Gregor. I don't know. The one he read the books. Just stay frosty, be cool. There may be something that does come up. It also may be something that you hear. Okay? And you want to handle it well. And again, it may be something that has to do about your future, may have to do with something with money or finances or investments. It may have to do with friendship, right? There may be something a friend confesses to you, like, hey, I took the cookie from the cookie jar. You never know. You never know. Every Aries is different. You're going to have different experiences. But the big thing is, remember, if you're at that high frequency, I always say this: water off a duck's back. Okay? That's just how life works. Okay? The other thing, just please channel this energy productively. It's Mars. Mars is physicality. Pluto's power. Go do some karate. Yeah? Dance class. Hip hop class. Do something. Work around. Go in the garden. Spray things. Like, this is like, you want to be physically active around this time. That's what's going to help. Okay. That's what's going to make the difference. And it is Libra season. So all about peace and harmony. All right. So have your transformation diplomatically. Always be the best version of yourself. Yeah. You're on a spiritual journey. And I said it in your September forecast. We're always the same person, but every moment we have is completely unrepeatable. Okay? You always want to be in the now. You always want to be present and aware. That's how you connect with your authentic self and see through your lens, because there's going to be there's a lot. Okay? So keep that in mind. Oh, and then on the 30th. Yeah. So y'all have heard of the comet, right? The Atlas, the 3-eye Atlas. Some people say it's a comet. Some people say it's not. Whatever it is, around this time, it'll be in the Libra constellation and just about to conjunct Mars. Hey, I talk about planetoids, asteroids all the time. Everything up there, fixed stars. Yeah. So it's an interstellar object that may have some sort of impact. And we don't know. What a fun month. Anyway, Aries, let's get started. Oh, sorry, baby. Let's see what's going on for you for September 22nd to the end of the month. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Woo, okay. All right, Aries, and thank you so much for, I'm doing like an all-nighter. I'm trying to get your, like, again, okay. Thank you so much for all your kind comments and words. Yes, I'm still, health issues, okay? And so is Ruby, and we're here together. We're here for you, but thank you for being there for me. I really appreciate it. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. Aries, we will. That's a big time for you. But okay, so yeah, and so thank you so much. Y'all are amazing. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your patience. All right, let's get started. Aries. Oh, okay. There's gonna be there's gonna be change. There's gotta be change. Let's get started. Okay, so 2 of Wands. You gotta out with the old, in with the new. Okay, let's do it. You can think about your future. You can plan ahead. That's good. That's great. You've already made a lot of achievements. You got your own card here. Aries, incidentally, Mars in Aries. Okay, so it's a powerful card. But I'm going to show you something here. You see, sure, he's got the world in his hand. He's got the really good view of his future. He can see, right? But do you see the wand here bolted down in the wall? He's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Same thing with the wands. There's 1 wand in, 1 wand out. Well, wands do not like being bolted down to a wall. So even though this is a great card, you got to look at your entire spread. And there's something that it is time to just go and do it. What you want, go for it, okay? Because there's a little bit of ambivalence here. There's a little bit of just like, you got to just go. You got to surrender those things. Go get what you want, okay? That's the thing. You've already made some achievements, okay? You're about to go make more because you got that Page of Swords in the heart of your spread, indicating, yeah, there's going to be something new that you are going to experience around this time. And it's going to be exciting, and you're going to feel very enthusiastic. You're moving into something new. It could be a new job. It could be you taking a class. It could be you in a new relationship, whatever it is. Remember, it's that shift in perspective, the mindset. What did I say? Expanding your consciousness with Uranus and Gemini. Part of a grand air trine. Uranus is just really active too. Either way, you have the Page of Swords. Okay? So there's that fresh new energy. And he's like a sponge. He's excited to learn. He wants to learn how to wield that sword. This is going to be exciting for you. So this is saying there is something here where it's asking you to move forward into something that is going to excite you. And for a lot of y'all, it's going to happen anyway. Okay? With that 2 of Wands, sure. Think about your future. Think about what the next step is. But when you have Mars moving into Scorpio, it's almost like I don't even have to tell you. You're just going to do it anyway. You're going to be like, I got things to do. You're going to feel that energy. Yeah, the 2 of Swords. Okay. There may be something here where, again, are you being honest with yourself? You have, yep. Take that time. The 2 of Swords is attributed to the moon in Libra. The moon will be in Libra, by the way, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You are going to be thinking about partnerships and relationships and contracts. Okay? There are some things for every sign, to be honest, this week. There's going to be things that you're going to have to face, and you want to be able to face them. The good news is, when I see what's happening here, it looks like you're coming out of something that was a little bit like, that's why you're holding back a bit, but that's really great. The other thing is, there may be someone, a partner, just someone who might be sitting on the fence about something, about maybe like moving on this new journey with you. Okay. Remember, this is a social time. Network and be social and communicate with the grand air trine. Now, you got the pair, you got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Amazing. That's exactly what's happening with this eclipse in Virgo. It's all about work for you. To be honest, there's so much work stuff. So you may be having a lot of changes or desires in terms of like what you want moving forward. Don't forget, you got Venus in Virgo too. So Venus is, sure, love, relationships, but also money. So creative energy. It's in Virgo, which is all about work, the details, getting things done, responsibility, checking off your to-do list. But anyway, you got the two entrepreneurs who are fun and they're passionate and they're excited. So there is something inside you where it has to come out. This passion. And again, I think that you will with Mars and Scorpio, but at the same time, remember what I said about Pluto. Okay? There's revelation. So even though Mars is going to square Pluto, Pluto's still in this trine with Uranus and in a grand trine with the Sun in Libra. There's something here that is going to be nice if you communicate it. Don't hold things in. Yeah? With the Two of Wands and the two of Swords. Okay? There may be something here where it's just like there's a little bit of resistance. Remember, you don't want to resist change. Not this month. Five of Pentacles in your future. There may be something ending. Okay? There may be something ending. It may have to do with work. It may be something related to your income. It may be something where you feel abandoned. It may be something where you abandoned someone. It may be something where it's just, hey, maybe there's something else for me. Okay? But I have to take that inspired action because there's, to be honest, a little bit of hesitation here. There's a little bit of, you have the Page of Swords in the heart of your spread, which is great, but he is young, right? And he's not, it's like the sword weighs more than him. Five of Pentacles in your future is indicating there may be something where you may even experience or have that recognition. There's, when you're, being honest with yourself with the whole Neptune thing, something or someone is holding you back. All right. Or it could be the other way around. I'm going to look at, let me see what you got here. You got to let something go. That's what it is. There's just something you've got to let go. All right. Yeah. There's the Seven of Cups. So, very interesting. It does seem like there is something here where there's that Neptunian energy, little smoke and mirrors and that fog. What do I do? What do I want? I'll tell you. I'll look at more. The Queen of Pentacles. So gotta tell you something here. You see, you got all wands, all swords. Yeah. So you do have that fire inside you, right? And that's something that's motivating you. And it feels really good. You have the swords here as well. There's a lot of mental activity happening. You have the Pentacles and the Cups and then the Pentacles. But that's the only Cups card you got. So what is going to emotionally fulfill you? That's the missing piece here. Okay? You got to know what it is. Once that's in place, you can have whatever you want. You're going to see that you can live in the world, the reality that you want to create for yourself with the Queen of Pentacles, who is highly associated with a magician, by the way, right? As above, so below. Right there. She has the resources to build the world that she wants to live in. And she is, there's a sense of like comfort here. taking care of others. Let's get to your stuff. Aries, you've got an interesting spread, but there is a lot of work stuff here, but it ultimately comes down to your passions, right? It's the wands. It's all these wands. Wands are your passions. It is ambition. It's a lot of creative energy. It's invigorating. So there's something inside you. Burn it. It's like ready to come out. Let it out. Let it out. All right. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you'd like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on, Aries. Whoa, that's really close. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. There's something's ending. It might be you too. That maybe like I said, you may be the one that's like something was hard to end. You knew you had to let it go. You had to surrender it. Now you feel lost without it. But once you know what you want, there you go. There's your wealth, spiritual wealth too. Wealth in your physical world. You have the Seven of Pentacles here. That's just really affirming, like, okay, what's going on? Listen, you've got Neptune opposite the sun this week. Neptune's in your sign. So you may have, remember, that can be a little right there. All right. And now with another seven really is desire, by the way. Seven of Pentacles. Look at him looking back. You want to look forward. So when I look at what's happening here, there's a little bit of like the hesitation started there. And it's kind of like, okay, let me take little baby steps. But there's all this like dynamic energy inside you, just ready to, I want this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do this. Okay. Use that. You have the Three of Swords in your external factors area. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of y'all, it may have already happened. There could have been something that had this really strong emotional impact on you that may be influencing a lot of this. But for a lot of other Aries, it will be something this week. With that Five of Pentacles in your future, the Three of Swords, another card attributed to Libra. Okay. You have that Two of Swords here. Someone could be having this impact on you by ending something, or you vice versa. All right. Just keep that in mind. All right. We are in Libra season. You have a grand air trine in Libra. You got to communicate. You have the Hangman. That's all you want. It's almost like you want someone to come in like a fractional COO, take over your body, like this soul, this spirit, come in and just do all the work. You got to do the work. All right. But in order to do the work, you got to surrender. And sometimes you got to make sacrifices. Okay. It's time. It is time, Aries. Okay. And then you get what you want. And there's so much freeness here. And there's also this really strong creative flow that's coming through. That's really nice. It's the Page of Cups. You got 2 pages. And so therefore, it feels like there's someone coming into your life that feels really great. It could even be like a creative partner or someone that's just very influential. There's this warm, fuzzy feeling that's really nice. He also he's a very inspiring and inspired page and very curious. Okay. But he wears his heart on his sleeve, and that's what I really love, because he's that. Remember what I was saying about you got that 1 cup card out of your entire spread. Cups are emotions and feelings and love and relationships and the intuition and wonderment. There you go. In your final outcome, the one thing that you're missing, you're getting. All right. So I really love this, and yeah, it can be in the form of a person. Like, there's a new relationship. There's someone that's you're partnering up with to start a business. At the end of the day, it's just you following your bliss. Yeah. Remember, it starts with self-love. So just keep that in mind. It's like you're ready up here. There's someone that there's something that may be ending. Someone that's not wanting to go on this journey with you anymore. And it could be, again, the other way around. But it just feels like it's like you're on your journey. There's a little bit of there's like a rest stop, and you got to have this talk because it's just, you're in a small car. Okay. And then there's just a little bit of a pause. Thankfully, your BMW just happens to be at that rest stop. You get in your own car and y'all are just like, okay, we need just sit in our cars a little bit, think about things, get that clarity, there's gonna be you're gonna have experiences, okay? Emotional experiences, but to be honest, a lot up here. So what did I say? Do not be hard on yourself, okay? Five of Pentacles is being hard. These people are focusing on their plight, okay? They're literally outside of church, and they know that. They're refusing to look up. So we're going to get out of that energy. We're going to have to figure out what we want. When we know what we want, we get our power back, okay? And then law of attraction, everything comes through. Aries, thanks so much. Next week, we're going to look at October. Y'all, well, here's the thing. You want me to, I'll give you a little preview. We have a new moon in Libra, okay? In October. So you're moving into a new partnership, a new marriage, a new contract. It's going to be very nice. And if you're in a current relationship or you're got the best business partner or whatever it is, there could be something like an ascension in that area. All right. And tier 3 members, yeah, we're going to do a spread just on this eclipse. It is so powerful. It is so big. It's changing your everyday activities. Your entire life is changing, Aries. Your entire life is changing. And don't forget, you still have a lot of home and family stuff. Okay? All right. So tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Really good at legendary members, y'all. I will see you. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Okay. Bye-bye.